Alright, what's going on YouTube? We back in the building and we just gonna thank God that we're able to be here to watch this video. Let me get right into it, man. Tonight I'm gonna tell you a little bit about just setting up your foundation for recording. I'm gonna talk about recording settings, what you need to have your settings at, your mic, your interfaces, your what type of earphones to use, and just if you're tuning in, hope this be some helpful tips for you. All right, so first off, when we record, let's get it popping. What we gonna do? All right, so we got our basic things. We got our microphone, check, interface, check, and we got some decent headphones. All right, check. So if you're not using the interface or a condenser microphone and you're using like a plug-in microphone that just plugs straight into your computer, that's fine, cause I mean you just get better, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was at that point myself back in high school, so I mean, you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's just the best stuff to use, but it's some good mics you can find that plug in right into the computer. Though that's not the best way to go. I'm not condoning it, but I mean that's all you can afford. Do what you got to do. All right. So we got our interface. I'm gonna just show you pictures of what everything looks like. So the type of microphone you want is a condenser mic. This is the actual microphone right here that I'm using right now. This is not the microphone I record with, though this was, but I upgraded like 6 months ago to the same company AKG, but it's a C214 mic, and you can Google it, and it's a $400 microphone. It's a nice microphone. This is also a nice microphone. This is a $200 microphone right here, but this is the one I'm using right now as we speak to record this. Same thing, the same little holster around it and everything. Okay, and let me show you the headphones I use to mix. Uh, this is a pair of headphones I use. I have two sets of headphones. I have these and I have the AKG K271MK microphone. Headphones, and those are also great for mixing. Those are excellent, like, cause they're like pretty much reference headphones. It's just like having monitors. And these are too, but those are better in my opinion. But I use these on a day-to-day basis when I'm mixing. These I think these are $100. You can find them somewhere for $100, maybe on Amazon for cheaper, maybe 80. But you want to get some headphones like these are, man. These are one of the best headphones out there, man. Like if you trying to get something that's gonna be gonna sound like what you hearing, then you gonna need something like this. And it costs a little money, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And last but not least, let's talk about the interface. This right here is a USB interface. This is not the interface I'm using, though I do have it. But this is I'm just trying to show you a picture of what a USB interface look like. Some people call them sound cards. You can call them that, but I mean this is what it looks like. So here's a picture of it, and so those are three main tools you really need to set up your recording. So all right, let's get into it. So we got all that. What we need to do? What do we need to do when we want to make some hits, man? We want to make some stuff sound good, and we want it. Let's do it. Okay, so first you want to make sure your computer is reading your interface. You know what I'm saying? So if you're using Sony Acid Pro, this might be more helpful to you than other people that's using other programs. Though I'm doing this video for any program, I'm pretty sure most of them the same way when it comes to locking in interfaces and reading them. So you're gonna go to options. 9 times out of 10, to get to your interface is gonna be under preference. somewhere. So you just gonna go into preference and you know my computer moving kind of slow. I don't know why, but preference audio device, yeah, right here, and then you just click on it's gonna say audio device type. It might already be set on Microsoft Sound Mapper, but you just kind of go down and find the one that's for you. And so we already have what we need. So we're gonna get out of that. So all right. So we got this set up. Okay. Now the next thing you want to do, which is important. Okay, if you got an interface, look on the box of your interface and see what your interface capabilities are. You know what I'm saying? And do the same for your microphone. But most important, look at your interface. If you don't have the box, then just Google it and see what your interface record. Cause you gonna want an interface that can record at least um, 48,000 hertz or 96,000 hertz and 24-bit. You know that's important. You know what I'm saying? If it only records 41,000 hertz and 24 bits, okay, you might, it's we working with something, but you want to make sure you got something that's recording 24-bit because 24-bit is the best quality, and 80,000 hertz is also it's just upgrading the hertz and the sound, making your stuff sound better and better quality. This is our professional studios record. Uh, I believe our professional studios record at 96,000 hertz and 24-bit. But regardless, it's gonna be 24-bit because that's just the best quality. That's movie quality studio. So and then we just did the down so we can put it on a CD so you can listen to it. But so that's what you're gonna want to do. And okay, how do you do that? You can you to make your interface do it, to set your interface to that type of setting. You're gonna do just what we just did a while ago. You're gonna go to options, preference, audio device. Okay, and when you click on your interface, you're gonna go down and click on advanced settings, and it'll have the option. I'm not gonna click on it because last time it was tripping on me, so I'm not gonna do it right now. Running this webcam and my program at the same time, they don't like each other, so they just get to moving slow. But that's basically how you do it. You just get on advanced settings, and it'll have the option: do you want to record in 16-bit, 24-bit, and what kind of hertz? And just click 48,000 hertz and 24-bit. And I also do it for my mixing console too. I just click on property layouts. If you're using Acid, then you can see right here, this is where it's at. It'll have like this little arrow type thing right here to say properties and layouts, or you just find it somewhere on here, on file. You go to file and click on properties, and it'll say summary, like your title and artist. You can type out that in, that's cool. And if you got a universal product code, you can type that in as well. If you or you could just say that for your master. And that's basically to keep track of how many CDs you selling, and your song name and all that. But right now we're gonna skip that and we're gonna go straight to audio. And right here we see it has master bus mode, stereo. Okay, that's what we want to do. You go down two more bars that say sample rate, HZ, which is hertz, and it has the option. It has the option all the way from 8,000 hertz all the way to 192,000 hertz. But right now we can click 96,000 hertz, but we don't. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna click 48,000 hertz. I want my stuff to match. So in my bit depth 24 bit depth, and that's how we get the best quality right there. When we record, and when I'm mixing the song, I'm not gonna pull a song up, but I'm just gonna tell you, when I'm mixing the song, I change the property layouts to 41,000 hertz and 16-bit when I'm mixing it, and then when I render it down to get mastered, I change it back to 48,000 and 24-bit. but I change it when I'm mixing so I can hear how it will sound. Because in the end product, you're gonna dither it down to 41,000 hertz and 16-bit anyway. So I do that to just get a good sound of what it's gonna sound like. So and that pretty much includes that. And if you having issues with my mic don't sound right, or it's static in, just because you hear static, it doesn't always mean that it's your interface or your mic. It might be like sometimes your interface might not just be all the way compatible with your program. So sometimes you gotta play with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try to change it. Like the buffer settings and all that. You gotta kind of change it to make it work right. I had to do the same thing for this particular interface I got right now, and I had to do that. You gotta play with it, just to make sure, just to get it running and stuff like that. And like and when you add plugins to your vocals and stuff, a lot of times it's gonna create static. It always do it for me. Like sometimes the best way to do it, this is how some people do it. Um, when they get through mixing one, say you got a verse, they get through mixing the verse, they just render it down and just bring it back up where they already got that, just it's done, and they just put it on that music file. But this is the way I do it. I just cut them off. I just disable them when I'm done mixing it and I got it how I want it to sound. I just disable them, and then I go to another part of the song, or say the chorus or whatever. And also when you're recording, don't record in stereo. Don't record in stereo. Let me show you. I'm gonna open up a song. Cause a lot of people do that, and that ain't what you want to do. Especially if you got high quality, studio equipment. Don't be recording stereo. That's not no. That's childish. If whatever you using recording stereo, then go with it. But when you got an interface, you ain't gotta do that no more. Matter of fact, okay, if your interface you on your interface you should at least have two jacks. You may have one, but if it's two, whichever jack it is, it'll give you the option. It'll say record. Mine's is right here. It says record input one. Here, you can see it right here. You want to record mono. You see this right here, mono. It says input one L, that means left, or input two right. That's whichever chord the mic is in. Is it in the left chord or the right chord? Mine is in the left, so I record left mono, not stereo. You don't want to record stereo. And mono looks like this. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it. This track right here, this one right here, that I'm running the mouse across right here. That's mono. It's just in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get your voice to sit right in the middle of your beat. Cause beats 9 times out of 10, well really 10 times out of 10 are gonna be stereo. And that's why they have the left and right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you mix it down and you get ready to master, when you render it and all that stuff, it's gonna be, the whole file gonna be stereo. But when you're recording, you want to record mono. You know what I'm saying? That's just for the best quality. It sounds great. You should be recording no other way. And I mean, there are exceptions when you can do stereo. Say you want to mix a file down. Like, okay, say I just did something with this. Okay, and I wanna mix it. I wanna just render it and bring it back. I'm gonna delete this one right here and then bring it back up. You can do that, and you can render it down stereo. You had the option to render down mono. You can render it down stereo too. It'll sound the same, but I mean, it'll sound the same, but it won't sound the same if you record it that way. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, you can mix it down stereo, but when you're recording mono, that's it. And that'll conclude my